Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is the show we talk about sports with comedians, and boy, was today a huge day. Can't wait to get it started. Let's see what my man Howie Bell is doing. Howie, how you doing, sir? Can't hear you, Howie.
What's up, Frank? What's happening, my brother?
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the show. Appreciate you.
Yes,
My man
sir.
Maurice Smith is in the building. Mo, let me try to. Okay, I had a hard time trying to add him. Mo, how you doing? How's everything,
What's
bro?
going on? I'm doing all right. I'm fine.
Come on,
What's
what up,
going
though?
on?
Good to
Going
see you.
on?
Good to
Yeah,
see you.
yeah. They really nice to me, you all viewers, when we on camera. Off camera, they treat me like a wet food stamp.
And in place of Jason Hayes, who's not here today, my man Michael Sean is in the building. Mike Sean, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm telling you the truth. I got a check from the IRS. I haven't gotten a check, an unexpected check from the IRS, and I'm trying to figure out what is it for. It says unclaimed utility deposit. I don't care what it is. I'm about to sign it and deposit it right on my phone. But thank you. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I'm in a good mood. Let's go.
There it is. My man Damian Jones out of Detroit is in the building too. D Jones, how you
What
doing?
up, baby?
What up? What up?
What's up, good brother?
Good brothers. Good to see all you all, man. We got a great show in store for y'all today, man. We're gonna get ready to get it kicked off because there's a lot of news jumped off in the NFL that jumped off today. But before I even jump into the NFL today, before I dive into that, let me first put, you know how I like to do. I like to get everybody in the position to be able where they're gonna talk. Howie Bell, you up first. But Howie, there's some news. Other news besides NFL news. Serena Williams, after 4 years since her last match, is officially making a comeback to professional tennis. Williams is 44, and she announced it this morning that she has accepted a wild card invitation to play doubles in next week's HSBC Championships. It's a 500 level event held at Queen's Club in London. Howie, for women movement, women's, just women, everything, women in sports, everything else. How you like this news?
I like Serena Williams, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. I just hope, I know she bleached away her skin. Hope she didn't bleach away them skills. You know what I'm saying? So, but, I like her, man. I liked it. I like what's going on with it. Go for it, Serena 44. Let's go.
I like the same thing. D Jones, what's your thought process in here, Serena, making a comeback at 44?
I'd rather be Venus. Serena's gone. Serena's gone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen the movie Get Out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out. That's what you doing. Get out. Okay.
Serena is a sunken place. Okay. That Serena we love in that cat outfit, that chocolate Serena is no longer with us. So no, I really don't give a piss about this at all.
Yeah,
that's fair to say. Where you at with this, Mo? Where you at with that?
I don't know, man. They better put some respect on Serena's name. They better remember she come from Compton. She gonna come back, start crip walking on some of you cats like she did at the Super Bowl. Y'all better leave Serena alone. No, Serena don't play that crap. But good for her. I mean, she's the GOAT to me of all female athletes.
Yeah, 100%. And Michael Sean, what's your thoughts on this black woman known as Serena Williams coming back to play tennis?
That crip walk is gone and is never coming back. So there will be no more crip walking. Just understand that she left that on that tennis court. I don't know. I was worried about the money. I'm like, is she coming back? This is some boxer type of stuff. Like, you just coming back at 44. But I checked the net worth. She's still 350 million deep. And I know her husband's supposed to be rich. So God bless. Knock yourself out. I mean, have a good time. I mean, I guess.
You know what, guys? I don't think she's coming back for the money. I think she's coming back because she's bored. I think she just wants something to do. That's my thought process. You know what I mean? Mike, you think the same thing?
I mean, she could be bored, but the last thing you want to do is be bored and then come back and get embarrassed.
Yeah,
because it's kind of disrespecting the game. Now, she is the GOAT. She is the GOAT. But 44 and coming back and playing with these young girls or whatever, but she's playing doubles. So I guess she's taking it slow. Playing doubles is different than singles. But God, I wish you well. And I would love to see your light-skinned ass crip walk. I would love to see it. I would love to know that you're still in pocket. I would love to know that.
All right, now the breaking news of the day. Well, there's two big things happened today. One happened this afternoon, late in the afternoon, but we're going to first talk about the first biggest news that jumped off that nobody saw coming. I didn't see this coming. I don't think nobody saw this coming. The Cleveland Browns finalized the trade that's sending two-time Defensive Player of the Year, and I got to add, extremely huge disruptor, Myles Garrett, to the Los Angeles Rams and it's being reported by Tom Pelissero and, of course, Rap Sheet. In exchange for Garrett, the Rams are expected to send Pro Bowl edge Jared Verse and a 2027 first-round pick and other draft pick compensation that's still being negotiated by the Browns. Howie, I don't know about you, but this caught me in such a disruptive thing that I was sitting there thinking, wow, the Rams are now stacked. Like, I don't care what nobody said. They got to they stacked. What's your take, Howie?
Yeah, Matthew Stafford ain't done. So, I mean, he got a couple more good years in the tank. He played very well last year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams basically say, hey, we trying to make a run right now.
Howie,
A real
they got Devontae Adams,
yeah.
Puka Nacua, now Myles Garrett, and of course their quarterback. You know what I mean? So they stacked.
Yeah, they looking real good. Looks like San Francisco's in trouble.
They ain't the only ones. Anybody come out of NFC is in trouble. Howie. NFC. That's the way I look at it. D Jones, how are you looking at this? Do you think that they're the favorites? You know, the Rams are now the favorites?
I'm looking at the AFC North quarterbacks. They're probably happy as hell right now.
Yeah.
Lamar, Joe Burrow, and Aaron Rodgers is like, whoo, thank God. The Rams definitely are the favorites to come out the NFC. And Howie, this is not a shot. Just don't take it personal. The Rams GM the last 5 years, he didn't went to the two worst franchises in football, got their best players, and he don't care about draft picks, man. And he's winning. He's like, I'm gonna take these guys. We're gonna win the championship. And guess where the Super Bowl at this year?
Where?
In LA.
Yeah.
In LA.
Yeah.
Ain't that shocking? That's coincidental.
Yeah.
Ain't that coincidental?
I saw a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay. The Super Bowl just happens to be in Tampa Bay. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mo, how you look at what you think about this Myles Garrett to the Rams? To you, are they the favorites?
I don't know if they're the favorites, but I know Cleveland just can't keep from doing stupidness because they weren't too bad last year. It wasn't like they were a ragtag team. They had a real good defense. Why would they even do that? Even though we all wanted Myles Garrett to go somewhere, but no one saw it coming. I thought they were going to just try to re-up and do it all over again and try to run it back and be a better team. But, LA, they're going to be a tough out. They're going to be a tough out.
I will say this, Michael Sean. I think now with the addition of Myles Garrett on the defense of the Rams, that Rams didn't lose anybody except one person. Matter of fact, the Rams got better. They got to be the favorites to come out of the NFC. To me, how are you looking at this?
I mean, it's fun to say they're the favorites now. You know, Matt Stafford is one touch away from that back acting up. So they have to be the favorites. And in Cleveland's defense, this will give them. I think I heard they might have close to 11 draft picks that are coming up in either next year or the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So I can see they knew they wasn't going nowhere. This is the first time now that the roles are reversed. Shador's going to be like, nah, I ain't got to play. You good. I'll sit on the bench. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're going to flip the tape. No, you're right. You're right. My ego's too much. Because, they're going to have another 2 rough years, but 11 draft picks in 2 years, that's the way you rebuild the team in the NFL.
Yeah, and that's where you rebuild them rather quickly. Howie Bell, I got to say the other breaking news, man. We got to talk about this. Right while I was in the car, 4:00 Eastern Standard Time, found out that the Philadelphia Eagles really did pull the trigger and traded away one of the best wide receivers in the game, AJ Brown, to the New England Patriots. What's your take on this, bro? How you looking at this?
Look like the Patriots trying to say we ain't done either. Wasn't a one-season wonder. I think they could make a statement with that. That makes their offense that much more better, man. And so, hey, man, the Patriots made a good move. I knew he was going to leave the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't expecting him to go to the Patriots.
I wouldn't either. I honestly, I'm not the happiest person about this yet. But then I thought about it, and I got to say, D. Jones, I thought about this a lot. Drake May likes to throw the deep ball. And because that we have a deep ball wide receiver now who likes to catch the deep ball, this might change the Patriots, as they move forward. What's your take, D. Jones?
No, nobody's seen this coming. Nobody's seen it coming. No reporters or coaches knew this was going to happen. Except for the two that knew this was going to happen. So I was thinking about, like, man, I wish we still had Stephon Diggs in addition to this, but I forgot we just signed Romeo Dobbs, and that's another good receiver. So to add to this core with Kayshawn Boutte, now Brown and Dobbs, all we missing is a premier tight end. And we were just talking about Super Bowl odds. Nobody's seen the Seahawks or the Patriots making the playoffs last year. They're not picking us to make it this year, but I guarantee right now, I'm putting my money on the field.
On the field.
Which
They
means
I want to say they got a helmet for big head Dobbs. Y'all got big head
yeah,
Dobbs.
it's gonna be a big
You
dude.
got big head Dobbs. Oh man.
Yeah. But no, I like it. I like it. I think it's a good upgrade. I still wish Diggs was on the team though, but it's still a good upgrade.
And honestly, the Patriots not done. He still might come to the team. He still might. So, Mo, what's your take on this, man? I know you hate the Patriots, so let me hear what you're taking on this from the other side, and I ain't looking at it. What's your take on this?
Well, I feel about the Patriots same way you feel about New York. We both have our love-hate relationships with these teams. Yeah, I figured that. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder what book he's going to be reading on the sideline. That's all. I'm just trying to figure out what he's going to be doing. Is he going to be a distraction for the Patriots, or is he going to be help for the Patriots? That's what y'all need to figure out. Which A.J. Brown are y'all going to get? Hope he take his medication.
Well, he might be the man that they needed. You never know.
He might be. I know he might be.
He might be.
That might be my child. I don't know, but we got to figure out.
He now has a guy who is on the sideline who is basically going to be a great offensive coordinator. Now he got the quarterback that he really and everything else. He might be the guy. What's your take on this, Michael Sean?
First of all, I feel bad for the white girl. Who's the white girl reporter who reported everything like 3-4 months ago? And she was spot on. She said it wouldn't happen until June 1st. She said months ago he wanted out. Now I don't care what her source was. I don't care how she got the information. You do what you got to do, honey. But she was 100% correct. I will tell Derek May something. Let me talk to you, Derek May. Whenever you get a receiver that after he won a Super Bowl with a quarterback still wasn't happy and said he wasn't happy after the Super Bowl and did an interview here in Philly and saying I still wasn't really happy, there's no satisfying him. There's nothing you can do except get him his numbers. And you're gonna see what Jalen Hurts had to deal with. And being here and watching it all the time, watching a dude that was so caught up with his stats, you're going to see this young quarterback in his second year have to deal with somebody ice grilling him and reading other books, trying to put the scene on him to put the blame on him. Good luck with A.J. Brown, y'all. Good luck with a receiver in his 30s who still thinks he could play like he's in his 20s, but his body ain't holding up. You enjoy that. Well, we'll see what happens.
And by the way, Michael Sean, that's Drake May, not Derek May. I know you.
Oh, Derek May, Drake May. My bad.
Yeah, but here the crazy part.
I don't like saying Drake. There's something about Drake that
he hang with the brother so much his name might be Derek. Howie Bell, my man Howie Bell. This is the other news we got to report. I saw that flew under the radar today. A lot of people aren't talking about because there's other big news happened. Odell Beckham Jr. is returning to the New York Giants. And he signed a deal today. And the crazy part about this is a lot of people aren't talking about it, but it was announced today. And the Giants were deliberate with signing him, even though he's 33 years old and he was a free agent sitting out there. But John Harbaugh signed him, and he's hoping to get the same Odell Beckham Jr. that came out in the 2023 season with Baltimore. You know what I mean? So back then he had 35 catches for 565 yards and 3 touchdowns that season. What do you think about this Odell Beckham Jr. signing to the Giants? What you think about this, Howie?
Oh man, that's another. He's Serena Williams, I guess. Man, listen.
God damn.
He's Serena. He's trying to make a comeback. I think he can do it. You know what I'm saying? I think he can do it. He's used to the Giants, New York, the culture. I think he could do it. You know what I'm saying? I like him, you know what I'm saying, actually as an athlete. So why not? It seems like New York making moves too, though. They've been making a lot of off-season moves too to get better. And so, maybe it'll work. We'll see.
All right. Michael Sean, A.J. Brown will be 29 June 30th. Thanks to White Chocolate.
Okay, 30's around the corner. 30's around the corner.
30's around the corner. What's your take on this, D. Jones? Because I mean, Odell Beckham Jr. been sitting out the league for a whole year. You know what I mean? And now the Giants signed him. John Harbaugh is trying to make a splash because honestly, D. Jones, I think he's dealing with a lot right now, and I think this makes everybody not talk about this Jackson Dart thing. To me, what's your take, D. Jones?
And that was my point. This is like trying to not talk about the Epstein files. Like, you know what? We need to do something else. Stop talking about Jackson Dart and Trump. Odell, what you doing? Because how's your receiver room if you need Odell Beckham Jr. right now? Like, man, God have pity on Giants and the Giants fans all around the world because I feel sorry for them losers.
So it's funny you said God have pity. Matter of fact, it's pity right here.
Speaking of one.
Speaking of one, what's your take on the Giants sign? You a Giants fan. What's your take on the Giants sign of Odell Beckham?
First of all, we ain't losers. We are not losers. We may not go to the Super Bowl often, but when we do, we beat the New England Patriots. That's number one. Number two, he might be that veteran presence in the room. Malik Neighbors, I just saw a report. That was all at the softball game. He's not going to be ready for opening day, for kickoff, So they need a backup. He's bringing in some good reception. He brought in Isaiah Likely at tight end. Say Odell, he's not a one option, two option, probably not even the third option. But if you got somebody like Odell Beckham Jr. as an option, I mean, listen, it ain't bad. He's a lot better than a lot of receivers out here already.
That's true. He still is a lot better than a lot of receivers. Michael Sean, do you like the signing of New York Giants signing Odell Beckham?
Look, Mo said Malik Neighbors isn't going to be ready for opening day, and guess who else I'm not going to be ready for opening day. This quarterback introduced Trump. I don't give a damn what the Giants do. I don't care what they do. Mm-hmm. They deserve whatever happens to them. I've been a Giant fan since the 70s. Y'all ain't going to play in my face no more. Mm-hmm. So y'all go enjoy yourself with your rock star quarterback and your rock star running back who sit up there and trump it up and rock out with them. And y'all think I'm going to support y'all? Y'all deserve whatever you get. Matter of fact, a lot of black players shouldn't be ready for opening day if I had it my way for the Giants. Mm-hmm. But that's just me. That's just me.
See, Mike, you bring up an interesting point because a lot of people have been arguing about that Jackson Dart situation over the weekend. That's been boiling over. Do you think that's what a lot of people are going with this? Do you think a lot of people are separating themselves as Giants fans? Like, because
no. You see the realness in people. You see Boomer Esiason and what his racist ass had to say about Abdul Carter just practicing freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. And he got that all the white boys have taken sides. The only people that ain't taking sides is some of us. Mm-hmm. So the NFL can, I'm not going to get explicit on here, but y'all not playing with me no more. So after Giants for being the last team to ever start a black quarterback, the last team in the NFL, they've only had one other black quarterback to start other than when they brought Russell Wilson in there. Before that, it was white boy city. And now they got their dream. They got a racist white boy as the quarterback. And guess what happens? After he introduces Trump, you know what happened? His jersey sales were number one. Welcome to America, y'all. Nah, I'm not playing with the Giants.
That's very true. That's very true. But let me ask you this, Howie Bell, and then I'm gonna move on to the next story. I'm gonna go through you guys, ask you all guys this record. Jameis Winston came out and stood up for Jackson Dart. He stood up behind him and stood up, he stood behind equality of everybody being who they want to be, to say what they got to say. You know what I mean? He did all of that. So what's your thought about Jameis Winston? He did come out and say some things about standing up for his QB, and standing up for the equality of who you are and what you're saying and everything else. What do you think about that, Howie?
Hey, man, listen, man. This show ain't for what I really want to talk about. This is a sports show, Doc. We can't really do what we want to do here. But I will say this. He's just like any other conservative Trumper that's black. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? They always defending anything that, comes, from that way. So what's the difference, man? People low-key do it. Some people do it high-key. You know what I'm saying? Some people do it through the back door. But any defense of anything dealing with this man, bro, you speaking on what you are. Now, does that take away from you being an athlete or anything like that? No. But and political views shouldn't take away from a person being an athlete. But at the same time, we living in a day and time where it's sensitive out here, and so you got to watch what you do.
D. Jones,
I'm gonna leave it like that.
And Frank, real quick, don't say he defended him because he didn't defend Jackson.
No, he defended the equality of being able
yes,
to.
he did. He defended on trying to turn a negative into a positive. Don't say he defended Jackson Hart because that's a little slanderous going on, Frank. That's a little slanderous.
Right, you're right. You're 100% right.
And you turn him into a Trumpster. He's not. He tried to make a negative into a positive.
I didn't turn him into a Trumpster. He, you know, I'm not. I'm trying my best.
I'm watching you.
I'm trying my best to say what he said.
I'm watching.
What's your take on this, D. Jones?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I heard a piece of what he was talking about it, and you made it seem like he was in support of Dart and Trump.
No, he was in support of supporting equality of being able to be saying what you want to say, and everybody has the right to say what they want to say. That's what
right. Because what the part I heard him talk about was him being in the South and people blowing up churches and kids dying, and he was just it was more of, hey man, if he can go, just like Abdul Carter said, if he can go stand on what he believe in, it should be no problem when I stand on what I believe in. Right. And I felt like it was more so towards what Abdul Carter was talking about and not Jackson Dart. And I want to see Jameis Winston on every team because he just in somebody's locker room, we need a Jameis Winston. And I'm for everything Jameis Winston stand for. And I'm with him. Yeah,
I just got an alert that said, guys from ESPN that says the Rams are the favorite to win the Super Bowl this year. Rams Super Bowl favorites jumping up 800 plus to 600 plus, while Patriots stay tied for sixth best.
That's just to get people to start gambling early. That's all.
That's all it is. All right, where you at with this? As the resident Giants fan, where you at with this? And what was your take when you saw this news come out, Mo?
I mean, nobody blacks wants anybody who supports Trump anywhere. That's just a known fact. I mean, but I ain't got nobody else to root for. Who I'll be left with the Jets.
You know how bad a team you got to be to be like, I either got to root for the MAGA people or the Jets.
I'm saying all I got left is the Jets, man. I'm not going to Philly, DC. I'm not rooting for none of that. Damn that shit not coming up north with the Patriots. I might either A, root for the Giants, or B, protest the whole NFL season because there ain't nobody else to root for except the Jets in New York. And believe me, I want to be one of them guys.
Michael Sean, you get the last word on this, bro.
I would love to protest the whole NFL season. but I ain't gonna lie to you. I know it's our escape. I know, y'all. I spent a lot of money gambling. I spent many hours following teams and following my team. I wish at some point we just said, nah, we're good. And just to see the power that we actually do have. I wish. From my mouth to God's ears, I wish one day we just said, you know what? Enough's enough. Y'all not going to keep pimping us out like this in every sport, including college sports, on what's going on down south. I wish. And maybe one day we'll just get fed up. I don't know. We should have been fed up a long time ago. And I got played. I should have jumped back in after Colin Kaepernick. I'll take that. I should have jumped back in just because Kendrick Lamar was the halftime show, but I did. I jumped 2 feet in. But when I see this young boy literally introduce the most fascist, racist president we have ever seen in our history, and I'm supposed to shrug it off and be like, yeah, but their offense is going to be lit this year. It just don't even make any sense.
Yeah,
but, so I ain't mean to get on that soapbox. I apologize.
No. Listen, I understand because that was like my rant with Mookie Betts at the Red Sox. So I believe me, I feel it. Howie Bell, we jump back into the NFL, man. Russell Wilson decided that he didn't want to back up. And I don't know if one thing's led to the other. I don't know if this is connected, but Russell Wilson decided that he wanted to jump in TV. He chose a TV contract versus jumping into that. We're going to talk about the NBA in a second, but the Giants announced that this is what he's going to do. He announced this is what he's going to do. He got a deal now with CBS Sports as an analyst. Adam Schefter reported it today. I don't see anything about how much money he's going to make. Maybe White Chocolate can find that for me. But he got a deal now. He's sitting behind a cozy desk, and he's going to be an analyst for CBS. And that's what I think all of us wanted for Russell Wilson. Anyway, I don't know if the two things had anything to do with each other, but this is what happened. What's your take on this, Howie?
Yeah, I think I said that's what he should do. I remember we talked about this before. Good for him. Good for Russell Wilson, man. Go sit down, man. Go sit down, man. Please, man, please. Don't. That's you. You need to call your boy Aaron Rodgers and tell him to come join you, and y'all do a podcast or something together. Get him out of there too, man. Go sit down. When it's time to sit down, sit down. Because it gets embarrassing after a certain point, man. And you tarnish your own legacy, and you doing weird stuff, and you look crazy. You know what I'm saying? When you've been this on such a plateau, and then you start holding a clipboard, man, and all this stuff. So, I'm proud of him. Get you a job. Now you can talk, real QB and football talk without your legacy being tarnished too bad. Get out there, man. Good job. Make that money, bro. It's
D.
on the
Jones,
floor.
I think this is just me. I think he's going to be a hell of a TV analyst, and I think this is the right move for him to make. What's your take, D. Jones? How you feel about Russell Wilson joining TV, CBS, and do you think this is going to be great for him as he moves forward?
I think it's kind of like what Mo said. Would you rather be a Jet fan? Because from what I heard, it was between TV and the Jets, and he clearly was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get this money and then go home to Sierra every night." Okay, I happen to think he's a great husband, a great father.
Yeah,
Still a goofball to me.
Mm-hmm.
That don't have nothing to do with being a great father and a great husband. He's still a goofball. Sometimes goofballs make for great sports analysts. There's a lot of them out there. And hey, get your millions and go home and be with Sierra. What's better than that? Who got it better than us? Nobody.
Whew. Okay, according to White Chocolate, it looked like he's going to be, it's not official, $5 to $6 million a year, similar to Matt Ryan made the same role. That's what we're looking at. Mo, what's your take on this situation, Mo? What you think about Russell Wilson choosing TV over going back to the NFL and returning to the Giants or the Jets?
His wife made him get the job. She said, "You're gonna do something." And one of my favorite episodes of Everybody Hate Chris with the Thanksgiving episode, and Earthquake, who played the brother-in-law to Chris's father, his mother's brother, would sit at the kid table, and Chris would sit at the big table. He's like, "Why I'm sitting at the kid table? Because this table for people with jobs." That's what Sierra said. So he said, "I gotta do something," so he had to take that job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
man, I wish Sierra would try and hit me with somebody got to have a job. What?
As much money as he made, right? Yeah, right. What's your take, Sean? What you think? You think it's a good move for him to go to TV? And do you think he's going to get on TV?
He knows it's inevitable. It's just crazy that one play changed his entire career. Now he's made a ton of money. One play. If he just doesn't throw that interception, he's a first ballot he's on the verge of being a first ballot Hall of Famer with 2 Super Bowl wins.
Mm-hmm.
But that one play, God bless him. That's what listen, that's the natural progression. Do I think he's going to be good at it? I don't know what you saw, Frank. He's never, in any interviews that he's ever did, I've never been like intrigued about what he was saying. So we'll see what he does. I mean, I will tell you this, he better get that contract guaranteed for more than 2 years, because the minute Aaron Rodgers retires, which is next year, the minute he takes his last snap in the NFL, there's going to be a bidding war to get Aaron Rodgers in one of these seats. So grab that $5 or $6 million and make sure the 2 or 3 years was guaranteed.
And I'm going to go on the record right now and say he goes to Prime. I'm just saying, I bet you he'd be one of them guys on Prime sitting right there. That's what I think Aaron Rodgers will do, because they have a lot of money to throw around. Howie Bell, now it's time to talk about the NBA. We got to talk about Game 7, Howie. We got to talk about that. The Spurs beat the defending champ OKC Game 7 to advance to the NBA Finals, and there's a lot of meat on this bone, Howie. Y'all know I've been saying it from the gate. I've been saying it before the series started. I said the Spurs are going to the finals, and this is why. Howie, how are you feeling about the Spurs going to the finals and the OKC series? What's your take?
Let's start with the game, because we haven't been here since game 6 or 7, to be honest. So they won 2 games in a row.
Yeah,
I don't think that happened to OKC, did it ever? Like
not with the team that they have assembled now. No,
in the playoffs, I don't think so. Yeah, and that was pretty good, man. Wembanyama, Jesus Christ! I mean, dude. I mean, he taking step back threes. He bringing the ball down the court. He running the, you know what I'm saying? He directed the traffic. I mean, I don't know, man. Those last 2 games, man, I saw something that I've never seen before. and I've been watching basketball a long time, and so I can go back to being a kid. I'm amazed. Maybe Kareem was doing this at time. I saw Kareem as a kid, maybe and I'm speaking of in terms of size. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy, Olajuwon, I think comes close. You know what I'm saying? From what I've seen with my own eyes. But this dude, man, Jesus Lord. So it's interesting. They did it. They accomplished it. They beat the brakes off of them convincingly, man, in these games. And they took the heart right out of the other guy. What's his name?
Chat.
OKC.
Chad Hunger.
God, man.
We're gonna talk about Chet separately.
Okay,
right
we'll separately talk about that. But yes,
series right now.
Yeah. So anyway, so that series, man. Shout out to the Spurs, and you still got Popovich. Still being the grand wizard of it all. And so I love it, man. I love everything I saw about it.
All right, so D Jones, this is what has never happened in the NBA playoffs. Maybe White Chalk could double check. It's never happened where a team has gone through undefeated in the playoffs and then run into a team and then lose four out of 7. It's never happened in NBA playoffs. So that says that the Spurs might be really ready to do something in the finals. But that's neither here nor there. What's your take on the Spurs beating OKC to advance to the NBA finals?
Well, OKC beat who? Denver. I mean, not Denver, Phoenix first, and that was not gonna do anything. It was the Lakers second round.
Yeah. The Lakers.
Yeah, that was LeBron by itself. So they didn't have any competition until they got to the Spurs, and the Spurs was whooping them during the regular season. I say this: I know Wemby is amazing, but I don't see what everybody else see. Like, I know he's top. He might be top 5. He's still a little inconsistent right now. He's gonna get better, but game 5, he went 4 for 12. He missed the alley-oop, bro. He had like 6 rebounds. He doesn't do this on a consistent basis. But what San Antonio does is draft well, Vassell, Harper, Steven Castle. Like, it's not just him by himself. He got a whole team around him. That boy they got from Philly, Champagne, he can shoot the lights out. It's just San Antonio has a loaded squad. Now, Chet, he played game 7 like the Mafia called him, like, we got your mama in the trunk.
We're gonna talk about Chet. We go
okay, because boy, it better be some investigation going on.
Yeah, we got your mama in the trunk.
She about to die.
We're gonna get the Chet. Mo, what's your take on this game 7 series of the series that went game 7? Because at the end of the day, Mo, these boys battled it out. It went back and forth. Even though we didn't do a show since game 6 and 7, we saw something in game 6 and 7, whereas we hadn't seen all year. It was OKC lose back-to-back games.
Yeah, well, they had OKC's number. They were the one team that had OKC's number all year round. But OKC was limited too. They was short-handed. But I mean, I'm just glad they went to game 7. I'm glad they sat there and battled it out and beat each other up and banged each other up, because now they got to come to where we're going to end at. New York.
Well, exactly. Talk to him.
I would say y'all got an excellent chance to win this.
Talk to him, Mo.
I'm just going to say, their guard play, their guards are great. Their center is great. But what about their wings? Can their wings hang with the other wings?
We'll see. Michael Sean, talk to me about this 7-game series between OKC and the Spurs. We're gonna talk about Chet in a second, but talk to me about this series. What was your initial takes? What's your points that you saw?
Must got a doozy of a question about Chet, because you don't you mention Chet?
Yes,
you must have written this question out all night last night. Like, wait till I hit him with this.
I got some stuff.
I hit him with this Chet question.
I got something.
You believe Chet is a transsexual? What do you got? What you got set up?
I got something.
Can't nobody bring this dude up?
No, you can bring it up, but I'm just saying I got something for you. Go ahead.
I feel like Jimmy Kimmel and the government about to get at me if I don't you bring up Chet. Game 7, it was a good game. But listen, this is the narrative. If San Antonio would have had to have dealt with the injuries that OKC had to deal with, that's all we'd be hearing about. But because they're Wonder Boys in the finals, they decided that they're going to ignore that SGA was out there by himself, basically. And there was another person who didn't show up, but I can't mention him right now. And because he was by himself. So I'm not taking any credit away from the Spurs. It was a 7-game series. It was a good series. It's not a classic series that we're going to think about 5 years from now. Remember that series, and they moved on. They got it. They're good. and you can come on down to New York now and try and play that mafia boss. Wemby, try and tell people to do some hard fouls. Try and do that. Go talk to your backup players and see if they're gonna do a hard foul on Josh Hart and get away with it. Because that's where OKC lost this series, in my opinion. The minute they allowed themselves to get punked like that and allow Wemby to actually whisper into his players' ears as they were going out in a blowout, and they're going to do 2 flagrant fouls, and there's no repercussion from that, to me, that's when mentally y'all already got beat.
Yeah. 100%. I wish I had a bell. I would be like, bing, 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 100%. Now, here's the reason why I wanted to bring up Chet. Here it is, Howie. You okay? You ready, Howie?
Is it transsexual?
The OKC is now in an apron season. Chet is making $42 to $44 million. The OKC Thunder have to make a decision on what they're going to do with Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren's numbers with OKC playing San Antonio have been abysmal. Not just bad, abysmal. Worst of his career. Matter of fact, the last game 7 was one of the worst games in his entire career. He shot 2 shots, 3 shots. You know what I mean? Okay, he shot 2 shots in the entire game 7. OKC has they right there in front of them because they have a lot of draft picks, right? They got a lot of things that they can do. My question to all of you, I'm gonna start with you, Howie Bell. Should OKC trade Chet Holmgren right now while his value is high? Even though it doesn't look like it, but his value is high. Howie Bell, you saw how he played in the series. What would you do?
Yeah, and everybody looked at me, and I was looking at some of the sports analysts talk about this. We talked about this, and y'all said I was crazy when I said Giannis could go to OKC. Yeah. I said that on one of these shows. I remember, and I said to myself, "Man, I said that." And all the analysts talking about, boom, get rid of him. We got all these picks. Giannis to OKC. That's the guy that's going to be able to compete with Wemby in the future, and that's kind of the narrative that they're coming up with now. I totally agree. Get Holmgren out of there. Make some moves. Giannis is your best bet because Wemby ain't going nowhere.
See, that's what I'm alluding to. I want to see if you guys are going to pick up that. Howie, thanks for doing that, because that's what I'm alluding to. Because nobody's talking about Giannis to okay. I didn't watch sports today. Maybe they're there today. I didn't watch it today. I was doing some stuff.
They talking about it
with that. But D Jones, Chet Holmgren, I've said like everything I've said. Chet is dude. He played abysmal. You know, he played abysmal, and he's making him be really expensive for everything else. The money got a match for Giannis, so it'd be 2 players. But do you think OKC should trade Chet Holmgren with how bad he played in this past series, and he's not the answer for Wemby, and they're gonna come up and battle each other a lot in the future? What's your take on this, D Jones?
I'm trying to figure out where you and Howie been last few months, because not only did Howie say it, Jay said it. That OKC got the most assets and draft picks to give away to Milwaukee for Giannis. I think that's what's about to happen. What was Homer Simpson's boss name? Mr. Burns? That's who Chet turned into against he turned to him against Wemby. It was abysmal. Somebody need to call the feds. They got my boy Malik Beasley still trying to get in the league, but Chet out here only shooting 2 shots. Something going on, man. I need an investigation. Free Chauncey Billups and lock up Chet.
But you see why I was holding on to this Chet thing. Mo, what's your take on this, Mo? Because would you trade if you GM and everything else? If you know, what's this guy's name? Presti? If you're Presti, would you make the trade? Because
I'm not trading for Giannis. Chet man had a bad series in the Western Conference Finals, but at least we knew he was going to be at the Western Conference Finals. You don't know what Giannis you're going to get. Broke Giannis, playing Giannis, he stays injured. Why would I give a perfectly healthy young guy who's worth the money for somebody who's older, who don't show up a lot of times? You know what I'm saying? That's right. He get injured just before the playoffs start. Now you're sitting back wishing you had Chet again. Chet was off this year, but last year Chet was the man. Chet was killing it. He did his thing. Mm-hmm. So listen, it's just like any of us who go on stage at any given night, we can bomb.
Yeah,
any given night, anybody on this panel as a comedian can bomb. But it don't mean
I'm
not done, but it doesn't mean we're not good comics, or we should never get on the stage again. Or I ain't gonna never let Howie Bell back in the laugh tracks. He bombed. Mike Sean getting off the radio. He bombed. Damon Jones, he bombed. He had his night where he bombed.
I ain't bombed since 1984.
I'm sorry, Mo. This is not a good analogy, number one. And number two, Chet's been good with everybody else, but when he goes up against Giannis during the season and in the playoffs, he played horribly, which is the reason why everybody's saying what they're saying. That's so.
And
I don't know.
He got Mo. The difference is he didn't bomb. He got punked out, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? By one dude.
Listen, well, he gonna come back and do. I just, you know what? I like Giannis, but I think it's so much put in on this. Like you get Giannis, you automatically got a ticket to the NBA Finals. Giannis, no.
Mike Sean, where you at with this? What's your thoughts on it? You heard everything, and now you know why I was holding on this Chet Holmgren thought process, because it's going to start the conversation.
Yeah, I think the transsexual would have been a better question. But listen, number one, as a comedian, I don't like us throwing this word bomb all over the place, all willy-nilly. Like, I don't like that shit thrown all. Like, I don't like that manifestation. I got shows this weekend. I don't like all that bomb. You bomb. Bomb.
Don't blame it on me, Bob.
First of all, I'll tell you, listen, if you bomb 7 straight times, if you bomb 7 straight times, you need a new occupation. 7 straight times. Listen, dude, they're about to pay him the type of money that they can't pay him. They can't justify paying him that much money. And Giannis is out there. And yes, I would rather roll the dice if Giannis is going to make it to the playoffs than roll the dice and knowing what I have in this dude. This dude, his heart has been taken.
Yeah,
it's done. He got Mike Tyson in the early 80s. The dude got bumped as he was walking to the sidelines during a timeout. Wemby bumped him. And dude just turned around and kept it moving. Dude, his other teammates didn't even stand up for him. Nobody even stepped to dude to really confront him. That means they don't respect him. So
I'm sorry, Mike Stein. Detroit, we call that a hoe. In Detroit, we call him a hoe.
In Jersey, Philly, New York is a hoe. It's the same one universal thing. You're a hoe. Like that's what it is. And you can't recover from that. They already see his kryptonite. His kryptonite is step to him. Step to him. And you ain't got to worry about him no more. So you got to move on from whether it's Giannis or whoever they decide to have. But I'm taking Giannis, and I'm not guaranteeing anything. But if you put Giannis on that squad, I tell you who's not getting punked when he is healthy. And I tell you who Wemby won't be able to help off of and won't be able to roam around the court and decide he can block shots if Giannis is on the court at the same time. I tell you, he won't be roaming then.
Yeah, that's 100%. Now we got to look at the NBA Finals wholeheartedly. Howie, you got the Knicks and you got against the Spurs. A lot of stuff is being talked about the Knicks and a lot of stuff is being talked about the Spurs. This is early on. We got a couple of days to talk about this. What's the first initial couple of thoughts that comes to your mind as the Knicks are playing the Spurs?
You know what comes to my mind, and it's all serious, man. I ain't nothing, all jokes aside, bro. I don't think that the Knicks, and Mo, man, let me say something to you. Stop being so damn sensitive about this shit, man. This is what we do. It's the sports talking and debating, bro. You act like somebody gotta like your team. Nobody gotta like the Knicks. Nobody like the Pistons. You think the Pistons bad boys cried when people didn't like us? Stop it with all that. So anyway, all right. So now I'm just saying, stop it with all the malarkey. Anyway, so we're playing in the finals. Here's the thing: in all reality, I don't think that the New York Knicks can play at the tempo that any of those two that would have came out of the West were going to do. This team is going to run fast, and they're going to play on both ends, defense and offense. The New York Knicks can score. They're a very good team. I don't know if they're going to get tired, though, by playing defense and offense. I don't know if they can do it. Not with this team, because they're not going to be missing all them shots like Cleveland. They're going to be missing all them shots like these other teams they play. These teams are efficient. They're going to shoot the ball. These boys is 25 years or younger. They're going to be running nonstop, man. Have you seen them? Have you watched this? If the Knicks make it to 6 games, I'll be surprised.
So, for the record, you got the Spurs.
Damn right.
Okay, for the record. All right, D. Jones, talk to me, man. What's your initial things that you see? Because now we know the Knicks are playing the Spurs. What's the initial things that come out to your mind initially as you look at and you take an overall look at this NBA Finals that begins on Wednesday? What's the first couple things that jump out to you?
Somebody record the part where Howie said, "Don't be sensitive about his team." Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please record that.
Yeah, we recorded it. It's recorded.
And play it back.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never been that damn sensitive.
When the Lions play,
I ain't never been that sensitive. It's all about fun and games. Mo about to cry every time we talk about the Knicks.
I'm gonna move on.
Get off of Mo. Come on.
Move
Give
on.
me your points.
I want to know who Castle gonna check. If he checking Brunson, that's gonna be a dope matchup. Or if he checking OG, I don't know what the matchup's gonna look like. I like Wemby, but even Big Sassy might punk Wemby. Okay,
never.
Big Zesty might get the best of Wemby, bro. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good long series. Can I reserve my pick to Wednesday, to the day of, because I really can't pick right now, but I think it's gonna be good. I'm leaning New York because everybody going against New York, and I rag on Mo, man, but I actually like watching people win, and it'd be dope to see Mo on here smiling because the Knicks win. You know what I'm saying? As much as we talk trash.
Yeah, I would say it too. This is the
but you want me and the Lions to lose. Damn you,
I hate
Jones. Damn you.
Hold on. I will say for the
Damn
record.
you. The hypocrisy.
This is the best chance I've seen in years. I mean years for the Knicks.
This is a 50-50 chance today.
It's a 50-50 chance for the Knicks to win the NBA championship. This is the best chance I've seen. But Mo, we already know, Mo. We already know you're going to take the Knicks. Tell me what the points are that stand out to you. Why you think the Knicks can beat the Spurs?
First of all, we beat them 3 out of 4 this year already. We beat them for the NBA Cup, and this is the first time since they had the Cup that both teams that played for the Cup are playing in the finals. Second of all, the Knicks were constructed as a team with real good wings. I don't know if they can handle the wings. I don't know if they play. Everybody talk about their young boys out there running up and down the court. That's what they are, a bunch of young boys. Over in the East, we nothing but grown men playing grown-ass men basketball. And I'm not sensitive. How can you tell if I'm sensitive over text message?
Bro, text,
I'm just trying to figure it out because
visual text, everything, bro. Don't you start the show off like that.
Damn, man, you know what? You done kick D. Jones out your house because he won't root for the Lions. You know what I'm saying? I'm sensitive. Stop lying. Don't come to your house no more.
He did. That was comedy, nigga.
No more. If you ain't gonna root for the Lions, so I don't want to hear that.
Mo, can I say something? You said the Knicks beat the Spurs in the season, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 out of 3.
You didn't apply that last year when the Celtics and the Knicks was playing. Like that was no big deal. Now it counts. So you got me on. I'm confused.
Listen,
damn, Frank, you like Mo's wife right now. Damn.
Either it counts or it don't count.
You don't held something since last year, Frank. What type of wifey shit is that?
But listen, this is what I did.
He said
this is what I did. And then when I try to defend my team, I get that I'm sensitive. But they bring up stuff from when God left Chicago. Come on, all else fails. When they really can't hit me with nothing else, they final line. This is their final answer. Well, you ain't won one in 53 years.
Well, you ain't, but I
thought we was on a show with creative people.
Bro, you told us to stop talking if our team didn't make it past the next round of the playoffs, bro.
No, I said
what are you talking about?
I said let me get a hoorah.
You want to be a damn victim so bad? No, you want to be a victim so bad? Shut your ass up. You the most whiningest New York living in Boston ass nigga I know. Get your ass out of here with that
we
crap.
get Mike Rashad to say his piece, but Mike, what's the point?
That shit is corny. Get out of here with that corny shit.
I'm the one that's sensitive. First of all, didn't you tell me my team ain't play nobody in the East?
They haven't.
Mo, can we let Mike Sean say his points about the Knicks versus the Spurs? Then we could argue about this after.
I just want to say I am a Knicks fan, and I am sensitive. From the door, I want to tell you I am sensitive, and it's something that I struggle with. I've been to therapy for many years trying to break out of this. I mean, I moisturize at night. I moisturize before I go to sleep.
Moisturize at night.
I moisturize. I go to a dermatologist. That's how I go to dermatologist twice a month. But I think the Knicks are going to win this in 6 games. I think they'll lose game 2 to make it interesting. I don't have any fear with the Spurs in this. I also think, on the sidebar, I think it's a good storyline for the NBA for the Spurs to not win a championship this year, so their international champion, their international potential champion, can have that storyline for next year. Because it's all about storylines with the NBA. It's all about storylines with the NBA. And I think it would be great 6-7 games. And then next year when he comes back and they say, oh, he just wasn't ready, he's progressing and all that stuff. Now he's savvy playoff team. I think the Knicks, I'm not worried about Spurs. I think the Knicks will win this in 6. Absolutely. In 6.
Okay.
Knicks in 6. That's what I said too. Knicks in 6.
Let me just say for the record, I like the point that you made, Michael Sean, but I think the NBA wants the Spurs to win because of the international appeal right now.
Right now. That's right.
Now. They want Wemby to be the face of the league, win right now. So
Sure
that's
do.
where I'm going with. That's where I'm going with that. I don't think they're going to wait.
I want to talk about Chet more.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Chet Holmgren. I want to talk about him.
He's going to the Wizards.
He's going to
You
the
can't talk
Wizards.
about
No,
him.
I'm just bullshit.
So Howie, let me ask you all this, because we focus on the Spurs and everything else, but because the Knicks have made it to the finals, me and my homies been talking about this the last couple of days over the weekend, and I wanted to bring this question to the show because me and my friends have argued about this, and I want to hear what you guys say before I tell you what I think. This question is Jalen Brunson the greatest Knick ever? What you think, Howie Bell?
True. Ah, man, over Patrick Ewing? Not yet. If he wins, he will be.
Mm-hmm.
If they win the finals, if they win this finals, Brunson will be the best Knick ever. They're gonna crown him that. I'll give it to him because the Knicks have never won the finals, but I think that Ewing still got the edge on being the greatest Knick to me.
Okay, D Jones. I think right now, well, before I even say what I think, Jalen Brunson, I've been hearing conversations. Jalen Brunson is in a lot of same air, mellow air. Clyde Frazier, he's a little below Clyde Frazier a little bit, but there are a lot of people who I know who are New York people who are acting like Jalen Brunson is the greatest Knick ever. So to you, you're not a Knick fan. Where do you think at? Do you think he's the greatest Knick player ever?
Hell no. I got Frazier, I got Ewing, and it's interesting because it's the finals. Their phrase, you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. If he falls on his face, New York is going to try to kill him. So, I hope he do good, okay?
Woo, you ain't lying. That's that fan base, though. They ain't real fans. They going to kill him. That's the fans they got.
He can go from third all the way to Charles Smith. So,
Dang.
right now I got him third. If he win, he gonna go from 3rd to 1, but he can go from 3 to 27 in a minute.
3 to 27.
They almost killed John Starks.
Yeah, they almost did. So let me ask you this, Mo. You're a New York Knicks fan. Is Jalen Brunson the greatest Knick ever?
No, he's not the greatest Knick ever, but he's in the top 5.
Top 5. Where's the 5?
He's in the top 5. Clyde first, Bernard King second, Patrick Ewing third. But top 4.
So he's 4. So he's ahead of John Starks.
Yeah.
He's ahead of Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, Carmelo didn't bring nothing to New York except Carmelo.
I'm just saying.
I mean, listen, I like Carmelo as a player. But listen, Carmelo wouldn't pass the ball. Carmelo didn't want to. No. What did Carmelo do in New York? He got us one playoff series.
Well, before that, there was 0. So you know what I mean. There's 0. So you know.
Okay. I'm just saying, Carmelo he's a Knick. He's a Knick for life. Actually, you know what I put before? You know I put number 4. Larry Johnson, the 4-point play man.
Okay. So that's just 5. Let me ask the other resident Knick fan on here, man. Michael Sean, is Jalen Brunson the greatest Knick ever to you?
No. He has to win a chance. I mean, I just had to. I forgot what outrageous numbers Walt Frazier had in the game 7 that only everybody remembers is Willis Reed coming out. And I had to get this is a game 7. He scored 36, had 19 assists and 7 rebounds. Dog. Like, and then he won 2 championships. They won 2 chips. So and I realized if he brings a champion, like I love Jalen Brunson. He is definitely one of the greatest Knicks ever. Patrick never had a full team around him of offensive players. Patrick never, the one year he did have Allen Houston and he was healthy, he got hurt. So it's kind of hard to, and then they went against the Spurs without Patrick Ewing. So Jalen Brunson, if he wins the championship, I'm sure somebody will say he's the greatest Knick ever because everybody gets caught up in the moment. He's just one of the greatest Knicks. He's going to be one of the greatest Knicks ever. The greatest, I would have to hold that for Walt Frazier.
Okay, so that's a great thought. Now, lastly, let me just throw this out there. Lastly, Howie, the NBA is kind of upset at New York because New York has made the prices of tickets to go in the New York arena ridiculous. Like the price of it's so bad. All the other NBA owners and everything else are talking about their jack up and ticket prices. I'm gonna have White Chocolate look it up to see how much their ticket pricing is, but it became so bad that it made the news today. What's your thoughts, Howie, on the Knicks infuriating opposing arenas throughout the whole playoff run because they've been jacking up the prices as it's been going on, as series is going from divisional round to Eastern Conference now to the NBA Finals. The prices are super ridiculous. What's your take on this, Howie?
Man, I even heard that some of them tickets was reselling in the millions.
Yeah, I heard this too.
I mean, I ain't never heard nothing like that. That's amazing. That's because this is epic. New York Knicks back in the finals, man. It's epic, bro. This is big for sports. It's big for the NBA, and of course, you know what I'm saying. It's huge, but I didn't know that when I heard the millions part, I was like, damn. So it is doing something to the market, but this is unprecedented. I never seen nothing like it, so I don't know even know what to say about it. They got all these games to play. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of they got at least 2 games. You know what I'm saying, in New York. You know what I'm saying? So at least 2 games in San Antonio. So, that's just, I don't know. It's wild.
So D Jones, since the prices are so expensive, do you think a lot of New York fans are going to fly down to San Antonio and go into San Antonio? Because it'd be cheaper doing that than buying tickets in New York.
I was listening to the Breakfast Club this morning, and DJ Envy said that they heard that floor seats was $500,000. He was like, I'm flying to San Antonio on Friday to watch the game. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like just to sit in the second upper deck is going to be ridiculous. Can you imagine paying all that money and you lose? Oh,
Jesus Christ!
I got a problem.
Yeah, White Chocolate just said it's 35.
I need to play. Like I need to suit up. If I'm paying that much money,
it's $3,500 to $4,200 on the low end for upper level seats, with the average price in upper level of $5,000
on the upper level.
Yeah.
On the upper level,
I need a cheerleader to sit with me. I need gourmet meals. I need some gas tickets, and I need a suit. I need to play 2 minutes.
I agree with that point. Mo, the ticket prices in San Antonio are $1,000 to $1,300.
Listen, the Madison Square Garden, the New York Knicks. The Knicks were the most laughingstock team of the NBA for how long? Long time, and they still had the highest price tickets. This ain't nothing new in New York. It's just that now at the finals, it's gotten ridiculous. Game 4 against Cleveland, center court with $53,000.
Wow. Is Spike paying that too?
I don't know if Spike and Tracy and all of them are paying it, but that's how much it costs. But the Knicks were like owing forever. And tickets were still $3,000-$4,000 up, getting up and high in the seats. It's always been that way. That is nothing new. That's come on, man. That's old news. The Knicks tickets have always been expensive. Even when they were the worst team in the NBA, and we were that. They still had the most expensive tickets. Why do you think Knicks fans travel? We don't travel because they're supporting the team. They travel because they can't get into the garden.
I agree with that part. Michael Sean, what's your take on his ticket prices and the NBA opposing arenas are upset?
No offense to anybody on here. They priced us out like 15 years ago, yo.
Yeah.
They priced everybody out 15 years ago. They movie studios take the tickets up for the actors on TV premieres and movie premieres. They priced us out a long time ago. So yes, Knicks fans will fly out to San Antonio and all that other stuff. Listen, it's the same propaganda that if the Lakers would have made the finals right now, their prices would have been just as high.
That's right.
The major cities are going to run them pockets. They don't care about us. They don't care if we're there. All they care is that they could fill that arena with enough people to be willing to pay $500,000 for a damn ticket. And if you think a ticket in New York is expensive, go live there. Go live there. Go ahead. Go try and live in Manhattan. Go try and live in that area around the damn garden.
Tell me to go live in Brownsville.
Go live in Brownsville.
Gonna give you Manhattan. Live in Brownsville.
Yeah,
it's still expensive.
And you know what's going to happen? It's going to go even higher. If the Knicks messed around and went to a back-to-back, guess what they'll do? They'll run it up again. Because they'll put a salary cap on everything except what the owners make. They'll put a salary cap on everything except what the owners make.
I can only imagine what a game 6 in New York in this series, how much those damn tickets would be.
If it gets to game 6, yeah, it's gonna be more.
Oh my God! If they're reselling at $1 million plus,
I heard that little jab. If it gets to a game 6, I heard that little jab.
Not if that wouldn't even. Look at oh my God!
I will tell you to your face. I think the Knicks are getting swept. They're getting swept. It's not.
Listen, I love the hate. I love it because when the Knicks win it all, I'm gonna see what y'all got to say. Ain't nobody.
Hold on. I also will tell you this for the record. This is what I want. I want the Knicks to. I hate the Knicks, but I would rather have the Knicks win because of what's happening out west and everything. I would rather the Knicks win. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think the Knicks have.
Hold on, Frank. I wouldn't even say it because of that. I was just saying like if necessary. You know, like how they say it. You know, like if necessary. You know what I mean? You took that. You proved my point, bro. God, I can't even talk.
I love the hate. Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. Keep bringing it on. It's what fuels New York. Period.
Before we go,
you don't just hate the Knicks. Y'all hate New York. Period.
Before we go,
hate New York.
Before we go, are we going to do a jersey bet, Mo? On the record in front of the camera.
You can't do a jersey bet unless your team is in the play and your team is in the finals. I'm not doing a jersey bet. Why would I do a jersey bet with somebody whose team couldn't make it?
So that means nobody can do one with you because ain't nobody San Antonio.
Yeah, but Bird, you did jersey bets before in football when the Patriots was in it, and your team wasn't in it.
Yeah, I did it with the Giants and the Patriots. I did that, and I lost, and I wore the Patriots. I went and got me a Patriot jersey and put it on.
No, I love you, but you're making these rules up as you go.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, man.
I'm asking
man, please.
You added a rule that we ain't got a rule. The rule is simple. Wear jersey, Mike. This is the rule.
Oh man, you funny.
This is what we ask. Mike sounds familiar. This is what we do. If your team wins, cool. If your team loses, you have to wear the jersey. You can even go to the store and put the jersey on, but you have, like for example, if me and Mo make the bet, right? I lose, I have to put on a Knicks jersey, take a picture, and post it to social media. And I'm asking him if he lose, he got to take a picture in the Celtics jersey and post it on social media.
But the Celtics are not playing, so why would I agree to this?
No, he can't do the Celtics jersey though.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Why would I do that with the Celtics?
I get him on that though.
Because he hates the Celtics that much. That's why.
But the Celtics, listen, the Celtics didn't make it. Stop trying to be relevant. Stop trying to keep your team relevant. They didn't do it. They were up 3-1 and they cracked out.
Bo, we know that. That's not the point. The point
is, out.
Do you want? Stop trying to get out the bet. Do you want to make a jersey?
I said no. 1,500. No.
Hold up. I'll bet you, Frank. And if you lose, you got to wear a Chet Holmgren jersey.
Okay. Okay. If you lose, you got to wear Celtics jersey. I'll take the bet. You want that? Is that a bet?
But wait, did you say you think they were going to get swept, or you were just joking?
No, I'm serious. I think they're going to get swept.
Oh, you think they're gonna get? Okay, so what do you want to bet?
He said, "Well, what do you want to bet?"
Because I don't care about a jersey. What do you want to bet?
I would bet anybody that the San Antonio Spurs win the NBA championship.
No, you said sweep. I want to stay with the sweep. I don't.
I'm not betting games because the NBA wants New York to win a game or two. They want that to happen.
Oh, absolutely, they are going to win a game or two.
Win the game too, but then
I just want to stay. I want
the championship. I don't know what y'all talking about. We winning the whole thing.
No, we are going to win, but I want to stay with the term sweep because that is my Cash App right there. So if you would like to do the sweep bet, just let me know. Just let me know. You said it with your chest out, so keep the chest out. You said
It's going 6 or 7 games though, man. I will say this. I know we gotta go. We way over. But I will say this. The New York Knicks are not gonna lay down. This ain't gonna be no easy sweep at all, Frank. You tripping on that. But I will say I think the Spurs are gonna win the series, but this probably will go 7 just because they've been going all these 7 games in this whole playoff run. Why not make this one go to a 7-game series too?
Because they're tired. We're gonna wrap this up. All right, y'all. We gotta get ready to roll up out of here, man. So Howie Bell, tell everybody out there how they can follow you, what you got going on, and what's going on in Howie's world.
Hey man, Howie Bizzell. You can always follow me, tap in, man. Got a lot of things going on with the Howie Bell Show, and I'm coming back to New York. That's right. I do a comedy show in New York every month. How about that? Nobody hates New York. We love New York.
Where at?
We just don't have to like the damn Knicks. I'm a Piston. Anyway, and I'm a Lion too. And D. Jones, we got something to talk about. But anyway, all I'm going to say is we got a lot going on. I'm at Idlewild 2 coming up, man, for the 5th annual Comedy in the Wild. That's coming up on Juneteenth weekend, June 20th. I'm back in Cali. I'm in the Bay Area with Speedy coming up on June 25th. I got a lot going on coming up this summertime in Miami in July. We'll talk about that. It's all going down, baby. It's all going down. Howie Bizzell.
D. Jones, everybody out there, how they can follow you? What's going on in your world?
Well, breaking news just came across my ticker. Chet Holmgren will be on RuPaul's Drag Show this summer.
I told you that was the exclusive. That should have been your question.
That's crazy. He knew it. 313 D Jones, man. I'm here. I'll be here.
Hilarious. Mo, how can they follow you? What you got going on in your world?
Yeah, I'm always, man, MOE_comic on Instagram. This weekend, I'm off this weekend, but I got a bunch of things going on. And with how we bring back the show in New York, I'm definitely going to be down in New York City, driving down to New York City. Might wind up driving him back to Detroit because I ain't got nothing to do. I lost my job.
Okay. And
you want to do my show? Oh, Detroit guy in New York. Oh, you want to go back on my show? No, okay.
Yeah. Michael Sean, first of all, thank you for joining the show, Mike. I know you're very busy, especially what's going on in your radio career. So everybody got the head and what you got coming up.
What I got? Juneteenth. I'm in Dallas, the 18th, 19th, and 20th. Over there in Plano at Legacy, doing a huge Juneteenth celebration. I got a few other shows. If you want to check me out in the morning time, it's Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends on YouTube from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I need everybody's information too. I got to get at y'all. So if y'all got free time to come on, I would love to have you on. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends on YouTube, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Let's go.
I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got no job no more. I'm on.
I'm going to call you. I'm going to hang up right now, Mike. I got to call you. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for watching. I got to thank one of the EPs for helping to do the show. My man White Chocolate in the background. Don't have time to put him in, but you'll see him tomorrow. Name of the show is called Box.
What you need?